Welcome back, everybody, here to the channel. Old School with you here. We are in the toy box with Yoda, who will be helping us out tonight as we get ready for New Year's Eve. Building's burning a little bit because Yoda hit it with a lightsaber, so we'll get around that. All I've done thus far is I did a city build. So basically the game itself built this little city, and that's all I'm going to use. I'm not even going to end up saving this. It's just a little fun thing to do for New Year's Eve. What we're going to do is basically have the big ball drop down on a count of 10. I'm sure there are several different ways of doing this, but the way I'm going to do it is going to be to use a, if I can find one. There we go, Path Creator. Surprise, right? One of my favorite toys in the box. So it's going to start there. I'm going to put a couple of points here. Shouldn't really need them. But just in case, and it'll stop there. Come back up here to the top. And we're going to turn this bad boy off. Thank you for the like. Jackson Brown, I know it's you. Alright, now all we need is the big globe. Gonna need a button, of course. And for the moment, we'll put that here. Then we'll put another one here. What else am I gonna need? Got that, got that. When this is pressed. Actually, do I want to do it that way? Yeah, I think we will. We're going to turn it on. Now, the other thing I want to do here is I want to go to my properties, and I'm going to drop this down to 50% speed and see how that does. Because now we have to basically get it to take 10 seconds to drop down, right? And that means we're also going to need a counter. We can do it a couple different ways, but I think what I'm going to do is a counter and a repeater. Here's the repeater. New logic connection. When it's pressed, we're also going to start that. And it should be set already for 1 second increments, I believe. Oh, 5. Okay, let's change that to 1. New logic connection. When it repeats, we're going to increment the count by 1. Or actually, let me change that. New logic connection once again. When it repeats, I want to decrease by 1, but now let me see. I've never tried this before. Target count. It's going to be 0. Start, yeah, okay. Target start count is going to be 10. I've never tried that before, so there you go. Target count 0. The input was either out of range or not a number. Well, it was definitely a number. Why won't it take 0? Alright, let's try 1. It'll take 1? Okay, close enough. visible display is on, and voila. So when we start this off, it'll be when there's 10 seconds left till midnight. The ball will begin to drop. The clock will count down. And then at the end, voila. Fireworks, explosions, party, celebration. Let's finish by putting the ball up here, shall we? So we're going to go back to our wood blocks. And we've got an upper half and a lower half here. Here's the full dome. And then we need the lower dome. And there we have that. Now we're going to change this up. And style it. I know there's a disco. I think there's a disco setting in this. But I didn't see it when I passed through here a moment ago. But let me check one more time. Otherwise, we'll go with the hologram. That's a pretty good one, too. Oh, there it is. Okay, never mind. Found it. Although hologram might be better. Let me see. No, that's pretty good. So, a new path connection. Connected there. This is going to get a little fun, but new path connection. Connected there. And now, question is, which one do I have, right? I think this is going to be the top one. It is. Let's go to our properties, toy box path, and then vertical, offset by 4, and that brings us back to a full globe. We also want to make sure we set this up front to go one way and stop. So let's go back to our properties one more time. Instead of loop, we're going to go one way and stop. Same thing here. Otherwise, we're going to have half a ball doing one thing and half doing another. One way and stop. So that'll bring the ball down. It will stay there, and then we can start working on the rest from there. You know what? I'm going to throw it all together now. It's going to test it out, but we're going to throw it all together now and just see how close that 10 count works out with 50%. So let's go this route here. I feel like that would be enough. It's going to be close. At 50%, it should be good. Now with this one here, new logic connection, when pressed, I want it to stop for the moment. That's just going to help me figure out how close I am to my count. And that'll happen. New logic connection. When the target is reached, press the button. Okay, so far so good. We're going to use this button to start dropping the ball and counting down to 10, or from 10 to 0. And once we hit technically the number 1, that'll stop the ball where it's at. Hopefully it'll be at the bottom or very, very close to the bottom. And then that's the next thing we need. Let's see. Where do I want this? Is it gameplay? We got some firework cannons and stuff like that. Let's see where those are at. Haven't used that stuff in a long, long time. By the way, I invite you guys to check out the channel's main page. Updated some artwork there I think you will like. And we also in the community tab have a poll going on right now as to which Infinite Films series you want to see continuing next. They're both going to continue, but the question is, which one do you most prefer to see next? Now, Star Wars took a pretty big lead early on, but but things have changed lately, and we're literally at a dead heat 50-50. Because Star Wars had the lead, I have already gone through and done the script, but we have not started principal photography or any of that other fun stuff. So, still negotiable, although I've got to say I'm ahead of the game in Star Wars right now, so. Where are they? There they are. Party cannon. Party cannon over here, party cannon over there. Put one there. Get rid of that. Put one over there. Let me slide these guys over a little bit. Normally I would hide all this stuff, but like I said, I'm not keeping this. This is literally just a fun little let's build project that you can throw together very quickly here. I expect this to take no more than an hour total. Alright, let's go in here. New logic connection. Explode. Nope, never mind. New logic connection when the target is reached. We're going to go fireworks. New logic connection. When target is reached. Ooh, grand finale. Okay, let's mix it up a little, shall we? Oh, wrong button. New logic connection when the target is reached. Grand finale. New logic connection when the target is reached. We'll go with fireworks. Now my question is, can I... Nope. We can add more fireworks up in the sky, which I think we'll do that. I mean, it's New Year's Eve. If not now, then when? So for that, we're going to take a couple of locators and put them way up high here. Put one there. Actually, let me put them all together so I can very easily connect them. There's 5. That's enough. And then let's go to... I believe it'll be effects generator. I feel relatively confident with that. Again, I haven't done a lot of building up until recently, and even then I'm using less logic than I used to in the past, so... New logic connection when the target is reached. I'm gonna say play looped. Spinning star, explosions, flashes, bursts, fire, water, impact, smoke, light beams. What kind of explosions we got besides the obvious? Bomb burst, green energy, none of that. Spinning star. No, I don't want that. Counter. Target reached. Let's try play once. Flaring explosion, quick burst, bomb burst, huge burst. I could have sworn that there was like a Mickey fireworks explosion. We got flashes here. Violet energy flash, radial burst, teleportation cone, magic vortex. Burst? I don't think that's going to be dirt debris, ice debris, energy burst, flaring burst, crackling sparkles. Electric effects, lightning, radial energy. Nope. Maybe we'll have to stick with what we had. I'm gonna go with this quick burst and see how that ends up. New locator connection. I'm gonna go check the toy box here in a minute because I know there's something that you can do like the Disney Infinity fireworks. I know for a fact. It might not be with the effect generator is all. If it's not these. Oh, wait a minute. There you go, fireworks cannon, dummy. Alright, new logic connection. When this explodes, large Disney Infinity logo. We'll go with red. When this explodes, we're gonna go large Disney white. And again, Yoda accidentally took the lightsaber to the damageable building. New logic connection. When this goes off, flower, large flower, Disney logo we've done, large Disney we've done, Mickey shape, large Mickey shape, smiley, snowflake, large snowflake, spider, large spider, Jack Skellington, Empire symbol. There you go. Well, we're doing it with Yoda, right? So we gotta do the rebel symbol, I guess. So let's go with a large rebel. We've got red and white. Let's go with green. Yoda's green. Why not? New logic connection when triggered. Oh, sorry. Backwards. New logic connection when this explodes. I really feel like we have to do Mickey. And we've got green, blue, yellow. I think yellow will show up best. All right. So realistically, that should give us one heck of a show. We're gonna go ahead and test this out, and we're gonna watch it from across the rooftop. All right. Where did I just put that? There it is. Whoops. Oh. All I did. Okie doke, let's see what we get. I don't see a clock, so that's a bad first sign. Although the ball falling is at a pretty good tempo. And then nothing. Well, isn't that special? So, children, there are a lot of things we can learn from this, most of which is none of that worked the way it was supposed to. Well, I shouldn't say that. The ball went down at a pretty good pace. New logic connection when we press this. We are going to reverse. New logic connection when this is pressed. Reverse. And that should hopefully put it back on the top, I believe. Oh, one other thing. New logic connection when the target is reached. We want to turn this off. Now that said, it probably isn't off right now, so let's go ahead and do that. Properties off. Oh, I did forget to put the stuff out and around. Because eventually it's going to work, and we want to be ready when it does. So there's another alternative we can do. I still want the clock, though. I don't know why the clock didn't show up. I gotta check on that. I mean, it's gonna kind of lose the effect if you don't have the countdown happening. Alright, let's bring this thing down here. Jackson Brown, Happy New Year's, my friend. Actually, probably the governor. This is New York after all, so they don't like to have any fun in New York anymore. Boy, I'll tell you, things have changed since I used to live there. I already forgot what this is for, but let's hit it. Refresh me. What is this for? Counter. When the target is reached, press the button. Path creator. Pressed. Turns it off. Oh. Didn't realize I had the off button already. Okay. So, a couple of things going on here. One of which is new logic connection when that's pressed. Also want to turn that off. Okay. more thing. New logic connection when that's pressed. I would like for it to reset this. Well, now it's showing the clock. Where was that when I needed it? It does have visual, right? I thought I said it. Properties. Visible is on. Reset target on reach. No. Alright, let's figure this one out. Oop. First we gotta try and send the ball back. And let me guess, he wants the path creator to be on to do that. Yeah, that was right. Perfect. Okay. So now we're gonna have to change here a little bit. As this button now is also, because we're already on, new logic connection when it's pressed. I'm gonna press this button again to make it reverse again to make it go back down, rather than redo the whole thing. If the counter doesn't work this time, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this because it's supposed to be simple. And the fact that it wouldn't let me set the counter to 0 is confusing me. I don't understand why it won't do that, especially when it says when 0 is reached. Very odd. You went through New York on a Greyhound? Oh my goodness. You are brave, sir. Yeah, anything to do with a Greyhound ride longer than 20 minutes is something that would make me shudder. I 2 times had to go from Long Island, New York to upstate New York by Greyhound. Powerfulity. And I gotta tell you, nothing about that was a positive memory. Oh, it's so much worse today. They have lost control of that state. All right, let's give it a shot one more time and see what happens this time. Whoa, mercy. Well, the fireworks weren't supposed to happen yet. They're supposed to happen later. I'm going to get rid of those bursting ones. Oh, those are too much. And we're not going down. Why? Could have sworn that we set that thing up to go in reverse. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is get rid of those bursting guys, and that'll be easy enough to do because there goes that. I'm not even going to bother with those because it doesn't matter. Okay, is this on? Nope, not that. That's not what I want. Property. It is on. Okay. When pressed, toy box path. Reverse. So that should make it go the reverse direction. Let me do this. Let me get rid of that. I think it's sending back-to-back or two different commands through roundabout sources here. Let's see if that makes a difference. And it doesn't. I feel like I'm just going to start most of this logic over again. Now that we have what we really wanted to begin with. I'm still very confused about this. Properties. Target count is 0. That's the target count. And it won't allow it. Start count is 10. That part is accurate. Let's try reversing this. Let's go with 10 and 0. Maybe I'm just... Excuse me? Target count. Lord have mercy. Let's go with 0 here. Okay. That was what the issue was then. It's worded poorly in my opinion. What now? Start reset count 0. Target count is 10. Input enter was out of range or not a number. This is out of control. What the hell's going on here? Let me try something over here. Wouldn't make any sense. It would be different, but... That's already on 0. I'm not so sure, but we're going to give this a shot anyway. And as for this, we're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that. And instead, we got rid of the one over there already? Okay. New logic connection when pressed. I'll tell you what, no we're not. Make it easier. At least I think it'll be easier. Yeah, I don't... It's like the girlfriend wanted to go this year to see snow somewhere, and it's like, not for nothing. I don't mind seeing it, and I love it, but I ain't driving in it. Especially with my car on mountain roads. Hell no. I'm damn sure not going to drive a bus or be in one. Talk about group insurance. Okay. Already I lost my train of thought. What was I doing? Counters over there. Pretty sure I know what I'm doing. This is going to be my startup button if I'm not mistaken, or is this still my startup button? It starts the clock. Pop you over there. Oh, I know what I was doing. Instead of a button, we're going to do a on-off switch. Also known as a power switch. New logic connection when on. Reset and play. New logic connection when on. Reset and play. guess while we're here, we can get rid of these. Why did I know this wasn't going to be a simple 30-minute build? There's no reason for it either. It should be. All right, get rid of all that. And one of the other things we can do is we can stagger when these go off rather than having them all go off at one time. Which I kind of like that idea, to be honest with you. So what we're going to do is add a couple more buttons here. New logic connection when pressed. Tell you what. New logic connection when pressed. Grand finale. New logic connection when pressed. Grand finale. And then what we'll do with that is we will add another repeater. This logic's getting a little bit jumbled up. It's not really running in the smooth order I like it to be. Boy, what's happening out there? Uriel, Happy New Year. And that is a great New Year's wish to see happen. Disney Infinity 4.0 for 2022. Like I said a million times, you don't even have to bring the figures. Just bring the game and the characters. And how hard would it be? I mean, they've already done all the work for Peter Pan and Moana. It's there. All they got to do is finish it. And I think everybody's ready to say goodbye to 2021. But they were ready to say goodbye to 2020 as well. And didn't get a whole lot better. Honestly, I just hope we make it 3 more years until some adults can get back into government and turn things around. You have a nice profile photo. I will check that out after the stream. And all of that sounds like great stuff. More updates, new power discs. And again, you don't have to make the physical content. You can make it all digital. We'll buy it. We're suckers. Don't worry about it. Just make it. I'm surprised they haven't. I really am. Or that nobody's picked up the gauntlet. Okay. What are we going to do here? Yeah. I'm going to set this to go off every 5 seconds. That's good. Let's go 4. New logic connection. When it repeats, we're going to press the button. And new logic connection. When that button is pressed, press that button. So that means every 5 seconds after the first explosion. And that's what we got to tell it here now. New logic connection. Hold that thought a moment. I need a time delay. This is getting more complicated. It's always the same story. I try to make something very simple, and then I go and make it a lot more than it was. Honestly, if they just brought back the servers alone, that would give this game life all over again. Creators would come back, and we'll make it ourselves if we have to. Yeah, it'd be nice to get Peter Pan and all that other stuff in there, but at least let us share toy boxes. Let us make, have the text generator. Properties. I'm going to delay it by 2 seconds. Dude, let me tell you something. I picked up Fortnite for the first time in over a year. I don't know, just having a little nostalgia moment. And it's like got Spider-Man on it. It took forever just to download the update version, right? And it's got Spider-Man on the front and all this other stuff. And I'm like, and then to even buy the Spider-Man suit, because I was curious to know, I wouldn't do it. I don't play nearly enough to make it worthwhile, and I'm not that good at it. But just to buy the suit, you have to be at a certain level already. So they're going to force you to play the crap out of it just to purchase the suit. And I'm thinking to myself, no, I don't think so. I still enjoyed the game for what it's worth. I don't do the Battle Royale. I do the Save the World. I enjoy that. I think it's kind of cool, kind of fun, and it's been a long time, so it was fun getting back into that again. But it might be another year before I do it again. Just the way it tends to go. All right. Where'd this end up here? This button. I swear I'm just so whacked out right now. I can't remember what I did and what I didn't do. Starting this. And then this. Is not doing anything. That's part of the problem right there. Alright, new logic connection. On repeat. I'm not sure if that's going to do what I want it to do or not, but we'll find out. Alright, so now we have at least a circuit going here, which we didn't a moment ago. Alright, and we still need a start button, which I think is over here if I'm not mistaken, right? Yes. New logic connection. When this is on, we're going to press the button. And then, what's pressing? This is going that way. And then nothing's triggering that yet. New logic connection. I don't know. I'm going to say that. I'm sorry. What? You have spent $1,000 on Fortnite. That how? What in the heck can you be buying for $100 a month? Hello, Benai. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. $100 a month? Jackson, I know from our prior conversations that you will understand this, but you need to get Nancy Reagan, man. Just say no. Oh, hell no. Dance moves. You tell them, hey, if you want dance moves, I'll pay you $100 a month to go take lessons, okay? Get your butt up off the couch and learn to take some lessons. But, man, I ain't paying no $100 so your online character can bust a move. Oh, my goodness. Wow, I'm stunned. I had no idea that it could cost that much money. Holy cow, I guess I'm the old school way here. I'm just not paying a nickel for anything. Hey, man, do what you do, but I'm just saying, he's lucky you're his grandfather and not me, because he wouldn't, if he'd asked me for $100 for that, we'd have had a conversation, but it wouldn't have gone the way he wanted it to. $100 a month, my Lord. So, Jackson, you're like independently wealthy? You know, come clean, man. I'm only asking because they're getting ready to have some really cool car auctions here next weekend. I could use a few $1,000s. All right, I am so lost right now in the way the logic is all like twisted up, and I got a text message thing going on at the same time, so I'm kind of. And then you said $1,000 on Fortnite, and that really made me jump my tracks. If I was you, I would need therapy. This repeater is doing what? Oh, it's setting off the fireworks. Okay, very good. But before that, all right, here we go. We're getting back to it. So theoretically, oh no, it's already going. It's already going. It'll set off that, which we don't want. What we want instead. New logic connection. Not sure about that. We wanted to start the delay. And then when the delay is complete, then we can... No. That was the whole purpose in... Yeah. New logic connection when the delay is complete. Turn it on. When this is off, we'll turn off the fireworks. All right. I don't know how this is going to work right now because I have completely bounced around way too much with 3 different things at one time. When working with logic, you should really stay closely tuned to what you're doing. Just so you know, Jackson, I'm going to be going to bed tonight, and I'm going to be thinking as I'm trying to fall asleep, $1,000 in 10 months. That's going to be in my head. So thank you for that. I've never had kids. I never wanted kids. I like kids. They're okay. I coached for many years, but I didn't want any of my own. I didn't want all that goes with it. And moments like that make me think I chose wisely. No, believe me, don't apologize. It is definitely entertaining in its own way. Do you get reimbursed since you're keeping track of these things? I'm hoping somebody's reimbursing you. My God, $1,000. It's just like, it's like when you eat too big a piece of steak and you can't quite swallow it. All right, let's see what happens. I have no idea what's going to happen here. Apparently not a damn thing. Spectacular. All right, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to pay much closer attention to my logic at this point. I'm getting rid of all my buttons. I'm going to keep the fireworks stuff because I'll be needing that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put something down here. Give me like a wood plank. Ooh, that's not. Where'd it go? Okay, am I losing it? Plants? Blocks, yeah, I'm not crazy. Oh, because we were on the dome. Alright, and we're going to stick this behind the building for now. Eventually we can make it go away altogether, but just so I can have things mapped out neatly. Oof. Can you write it off on your taxes? Call it a gambling debt. He was supposed to become like a ninja, you know, and make $1 million a stream, and now he's not. So it was a bad investment. Write it off. I'm here to help you in any way I can. You know that, right? I'm speechless. All right, let's try this one more time. And we'll start by putting things in proper order. And we don't want gameplay. This is what we want. And we're going to go with the Switch. So it's all going to start with the Switch. Then sure, we can have some buttons here. And we got to figure out another thing real quick here, and that is to get this sucker going again. New logic connection when pressed. Start. New logic connection when pressed. Start. All right, let's see if that works. And nothing. Is the path on or off? That's why. New logic connection. When it started. Turn it on. Alright, I'm just going to believe that that part's going to work. Otherwise I have to reset it, and then everything can go crazy from there. Okay. So the ball's going to go down. For the love of God. Let me throw in gambling losses. I think you can write that off. Maybe not the whole 1,000, but I would definitely find some creative way of getting some of that back. I don't even know how, but my goodness, I couldn't sleep. All right, that should get the ball dropping. I still do need to see the 10 count. Hopefully it'll work this time. Narration announcer, random object. Where is my counter? Trying to keep this in order, like the way you would read a book left to right. Go to our properties. So we're going to start at 10. End at 0. Visible display. That's all beautiful. We will need a repeater. Alright, so new logic connection. When pressed, turns on the repeater. Set the properties on the repeater to 1 second. New logic connection when it repeats. We want to decrease by 1. New logic connection when target is reached, which is 0. Want that turned off. So let's see what else I want. The target is reached. Need a time to layer. And I'm going to set it for 3 instead of 4 seconds. And for that, we'll also need a separate. So we're basically kind of going in this direction, like a clockwise is the way I'm setting this logic up. All right, so this is going to start counting down. And for that, I'm going to want one more button. New logic connection. When the target is reached, which would be 0, we're going to press this button. This button's going to do a couple of things. Number one, it's going to start this. And this is on a 3-second delay ready. And then when it repeats, I don't need the time delayer then, do I? I do. I have these things backwards. I don't know why that is. So time delayer should be first. Clear the reaction button. Alright. So when the clock times out, when we get to the 0, this button eventually is going to launch all the fireworks. That's fine. But before that, I wanted to hit the delayer. And that'll give us 3 seconds before it presses the repeater. Okay, we're getting there. In a way. Alright. When this one is pressed, which is at the end, when we hit 0, first thing we're going to do is go with fireworks. New logic connection when pressed. Got fireworks. Because we're going to be doing this in stages, I want to kind of separate it out a little bit. New logic connection when it's pressed. Fireworks there. New logic connection when pressed. Fireworks. Okay, so that's part 1. So as soon as we get down there, boom, there's your fireworks. And then, if all goes according to plan, in 3 seconds time, we're going to have to change this up a little bit. Bring this down to 2 seconds. Oh, definitely not 5. And bring this down. I'm going to say to 1 second, so that gives us a 3-second gap total. Okay. New logic connection. When it repeats. We're going to go with large Disney Infinity. We'll say white. New logic connection when it repeats. Large Mickey. We'll say green. And now what I want to do is replicate this. Go to our properties here. Time delay is 1. I'm going to leave that. And we're going to bring this down to 2. So this should keep staggering them. Okay. New logic connection. When this repeats, start the delay. When the delay is complete, turn on the repeater. And then when this repeats, we're going to hit the front end. We're going to go grand finale. Grand finale. New logic connection. And then over here. Large empire. Purple. New logic connection. Large rebel. Go yellow. Okay, in theory, that should make everything just keep on going and going and going. Our new logic connection here, when we turn it off, turn this off. Turn this off. And we also have to turn off the... No, time delay should be good once it runs out once. So that should be okay. Alright, let's kind of check the mapping out here. So from here on, turns on this button. What's going up here? Oh, the ball, of course. And that should start the ball going. And it should start the repeater, which will go here to our countdown. It'll bring it to 0, allegedly, which will start this button, and this button will start fireworks and stuff like that going off. Just in case that doesn't work, and I don't want to spend a whole lot more time on this. New logic connection. When this point is reached on the object by the path. As a backup. We're going to have to press that button. Okay? Now, there's one last thing. We go to our gameplay toys. Over here somewhere. There we go. This is fun enough music for a countdown, but once we get there, we're going to need something better than that. So, actually, you know what? All those path creator nodes that we put in there, when the point is reached by the object, which is the ball in this case. Epic, upbeat, moody, intense, silence, retro, random, not random. I think we have to go epic. And maybe not epic. Let's go with fun. Why not? That works. Okay. Let's see if this one does better. I feel like it should work fine. Of course, we felt that way last time, too, so. And gonna make me fly back over there. Here we go. Ay, caramba. What is happening? Nothing is happening. Starting with the stupid ball. I'm gonna redo the ball altogether. Path creator is off. Well, that's probably what the problem was, really. New logic connection when pressed. On. Alright, let's try the ball one more time. You know, I was watching I think it was on YouTube, a documentary about Ninja and how much ridiculous money he made. I mean, he's kind of dead now. He doesn't have a fraction of the audience that he used to have, but it doesn't matter. I mean, he was making $5 million a year, and that was before he signed that major contract to go over to that crappy little Twitch wannabe that didn't even last 3 months. And he still gets all that money. I mean, that was paid up front. That was like 30 or 50 million. I forget what he signed for. I mean, it's insane. So, is he pretty much done now? Realistically, yeah, but does it matter? He's like 28 years old and has more money than God. Go to our vertical. We want it to... Oop, I got the wrong one. Oh, we did the... you know what? I'm going to stick with this one. And then we want to go one way and stop. That one's already set. What happened here? All right. What is happening? Honest to God, this should be a simple. Really? How did that get missed? Went on. Press button. I could have sworn I did that first, but maybe I didn't. Clearly I didn't. There we go. The ball is dropping. I don't see a clock. There's no counter. Ugh. Let's see if everything else does its job. All right, everything else is working. Except we didn't see the clock counting down from 10. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Couldn't get the clock to cooperate. I'm not sure why. But we accomplished what we were here for. Otherwise, the ball came down. The fireworks are going off. They're not turning off all the way, but I don't think I set all of them to turn off. Part of them were turning off. The music changed, so we got some more up-tempo for the actual celebration. And all is well in Yoda's universe. Oh, there is one thing I wanted to check on while we're here. And I think it's up here. Another one of these things that I never really used, but probably need to start looking at. Enemy capsule. Where was it? I'm not even sure if it's in this section or not. Cannon, exploding mines, pop-up turrets. Okay, so if it's not there... I think it's going to be here then. Sidekick, kill him, sidekick. I may have to spend some time separately looking for this then. Should be a weather toy of some sort. I just never messed with that very much either. And I know it's only going to have certain effects. Kill, pressure. Sidekick. Let's see. Here it is. Weather machine. I want to see what this thing can actually do. What is this? Never used that one either. Try this again. New logic connection when pressed. Activate. But do you control... Not. Let's see what happens. I've not messed with this toy ever. So I'm not sure if you can control. So it'll give us some snow flurries, which that looks kind of cool for New Year's Eve. Does it do anything besides snow, or is that it? Hopefully I'm not going to fall off the building. There you go. We had more snow a second ago. What's happening with the snow? Very unusual weather we're having, isn't it? Yeah, Syndrome's weather machine. I've never messed with it. But it seems like it's just snow, I guess, and only snow? Not that I can't find a use for that. I just thought it'd be cool if we could change, like, to rain and other stuff as well. And it'd be nice if the snow would make it all the way to the ground. There it goes. That's a little bit better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up. You can stay in one of these toy boxes for a long, long time and never come out. Anyway, that is our countdown to New Year's Eve. It's not perfect, and if I wanted to spend a little more time on it, I know I could tweak out all those other little things that weren't quite right, but you get the general gist of it. Hope you enjoyed the build. Hope you all have a very happy and safe New Year's Eve. Be safe. Once again, remind everybody, Disney Infinity remains the game where the only limitation is your imagination. We'll be back again here in the toy box, whether it's an under construction or perhaps, as I said, we've already got the script done for one of the two story modes that we are continuing on with, and that is Star Wars. So I'm probably going to start working on the video for that next. But I still invite you to check out the homepage, see the new artwork up there, go to the community tab, and if you still want to vote on which of the two you prefer to see going next, not too late for me to change my mind, although I gotta say I'm kind of feeling the Star Wars vibe right now. All right, that's all she wrote. Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, see you real soon.